I do want to tell you about a couple other things that you might want to try in Zoom that are really great features. Number one, the ability to stream live. So built right into the system, and I can't tell you right now if it's part of the free level or if it's the pro, the paid level. I'm not sure. But I do know that if you enable it, and by the way, a lot of these things you have to go into your Zoom settings first and then enable them. Basically, hit the box that says turn this on, and then when you go back to your Zoom control panel, there will be a new button there. This is one of those things. You have to turn on the ability to stream live in your Zoom control panel, in your Zoom settings first. Then you'll have a brand new button inside your Zoom window. It's usually on the bottom at the far right. And when you click that, it might be labeled more. When you click that, it allows you to stream live. You have the choice to stream to Facebook or YouTube. And when you click that button, what's going to happen is it's going to open up a new window in your browser. And it's going to, for example, let's say you click the one that says stream in Facebook Live. It's going to take you to Facebook. It's going to open up a new panel, and it's going to start to walk you through where do you want to stream that live? Do you want to stream it on your own timeline? Do you want to stream it to one of your pages? Do you want to stream it to a group? So it kind of walks you through that, and eventually you'll hit go and it will make that connection. Now I've noticed this doesn't work all the time perfectly. It's new. There's a lot of interactivity between the Zoom software and the Facebook software, and sometimes those connections just don't go through smoothly. So give it a minute, see if it'll work for you. You can watch it spin as it's crunching, and then eventually, if it works, that screen will change and take you back to the Facebook page, and you'll be streaming. And then it'll say in your Zoom window, you're now live. It'll turn on a little red like light and show you that you're live to Facebook. And those pieces will let you know that it's working. I have seen it not work, and that window just spins, and then it just kind of quits, and then it goes away out of Zoom. You're not live, and then you can try it again. So I've seen it work successfully several times. I've seen it not work successfully several times. So, but that's where it's located. You have to turn it on in your settings. Then you have to go to the bottom, click more, click Facebook Live. It takes you over to Facebook, select where you want to do it, and then hit go. There's a couple steps to do it, and then it should work perfectly at that time. So let me know if you have any questions on that. The next thing I wanted to tell you about is something called Breakout Rooms. This is a really cool feature. We've been using, as you know, as I've told you, we've been using Zoom as a way to do our virtual networking meetings. So we were previously getting together in person at a Denny's or another restaurant to have our meetings, and we could walk around the room and we could chat, and then we could all sit down and have our meeting. Well, when we moved that to an online format, we discovered the meeting part works great, the agenda part works great, even the introductions are pretty good. If, you know, a little technology issue, right? A little learning curve as people unmute themselves and mute themselves and we go around the room in order. But those pieces still work great. Here's the thing that didn't work so great. With 30 to 40 voices in one room, you can't really have that kind of wander around chat time. Except you can. Zoom invented this thing called breakout rooms. What this allows you to do is kind of create some mini rooms inside your room. And the software is really great the way it's set up because you can have Zoom do all the heavy lifting for you, or you can manually control it. So here's how it works. You turn on the breakout rooms. You've got to turn it on in your settings first to get the button. But once you've turned it on, you'll have a new button inside your box, your Zoom box, that says breakout rooms. When you click that, it's going to ask you how many rooms do you want to set up? And do you want us to do it automatically or do you want to manually do it? If you say automatically, you'll tell it how many rooms. It's going to automatically divide up the number of people that are in your call and assign them to a room. Basically, roughly evenly divide them into the number of rooms you've specified. So if you've got 40 people on your call and you create 10 rooms and you say go, it's going to automatically assign 4 people per room. Or you could say that you want to manually assign them. And then when it gets to the next window, it's going to give you the chance to assign individual people to a room. So what I do is I open it up, I create about 5 rooms, and then I offer my people who wants to go into a room. Raise your hand if you want to go into room 1. And I let folks tell me, I want to go in room 1, or they already have a request. I want to go in a room with Sarah. No problem. So we'll put you and Sarah in room 3. Who else wants to go in Sarah's room, right? So you can do it automatically, let the system do all that, or you can let people pick and choose, hey, put me with so-and-so, put me with so-and-so. And then a couple other features. They click go, they do it, they join the rooms, and it takes them out of the main room and puts them into this own little mini room where it's only the number of people that are in there can hear them. At any moment, they have the option to return to the main room. They click the button that says leave. It no longer says leave meeting. That turns into leave breakout room. So when you click that, you come back to the main session. A couple other features, we can set a time limit. We can make it automatically expire and bring everyone back. You can send kind of a broadcast message to everyone. Hey, everyone, it's CJ. I'm going to bring you back in about 2 minutes. Or you can click the button that close it, and you can also set the time on how much time they have for that close. For example, by default, it's 60 seconds. So when I say close the room and I hit the button, everyone gets a message that says these rooms are closing in 60 seconds and you'll be returned to the main room. So then they can say, oh, okay, we've got 60 seconds left. Anyone else have anything to say? Okay, great. See you in the main room. So this is a really cool feature that they've added that allow us to still have these smaller rooms as part of our bigger Zoom room, which works really great for creating those smaller networking conversations, or you could use it for speed networking, or you could use it in like a workshop setting where you're presenting your material and then you want to create little groups, and then you could assign people into smaller groups for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you want to do, and then bring them all back again. So this gives you a lot of flexibility on how you can interact with your audience and allow your audience to interact with each other. Question from Garrison: can anyone set up a breakout room, or only a host can do this? Only the host can set up the breakout rooms, and I think it needs to be on the paid plan too. I'm not sure, but I think it's the paid plan only. The host can set up the breakout rooms. However, that host can also assign some co-hosts to help him run the show. And I recommend you do that. For example, in our meetings, when Garrison hops on, I make him a co-host. Doug, Brenda, I make them co-hosts. And that helps me while I'm talking to the people and running the show. They have a little control over, they can mute people and do things. And something that we were experimenting with is when I make Garrison a co-host and then I put him in a room with someone, he has the ability as a co-host to jump between rooms. So that's really convenient. You could name a couple people to be your co-hosts, and then they could kind of check in on your people and jump between the different rooms. So really great features. Any other questions about breakout rooms right now before I move into the next piece? Got a question coming in from Garrison. Let's see what that is. He says, can you turn off the waiting room feature and have people with the right password be able to enter without this step? Yes, you can. You can turn off the waiting room feature. You can do that in 2 places. Number 1, the brand new security button that's now at the bottom. Click that security button. One of the options will be enable waiting room. You can just check and uncheck that if you want that feature on or not. Great question. The other place it's located is in the participants window. If you click the participants button and that panel flies open on the side with all of your people, at the bottom there's that button with the 3 dots next to mute all, unmute all, and then there's kind of this more button. Click that more button and you'll see there's a bunch of options in there. Lock the meeting, waiting room, play entry and exit chimes, let people mute and unmute themselves, let people rename themselves. All of those options are inside that participant window. So yes, great question, Garrison. You can turn off the waiting room feature, and then if they have the password, they jump right in. You may not need both, right? If you have a password protected meeting, you can turn off the waiting room feature and have everyone jump right in. I like the waiting room feature for one particular thing, and that is if you're about to have a class or a seminar or a group or a team meeting of some kind, it's really great to have that waiting room so all of the participants can kind of be parked over here on the side, and then you can just grab your team and then pull them into the room and kind of have your pre-show conversation. I think the waiting room is perfect for that scenario. So I open up the thing, everyone comes into the waiting room, I specifically grab Garrison, and I grab Brenda, and I grab Doug, and who else? I grab Sarah, whoever else is on our team, and that way the 4 or 5 of us can have our own little meeting. Do you have your slides ready? Do you have any questions? Do you need anything? Are you all set? And then when everyone says, yep, I'm ready. Now you open it up and let everyone in through the waiting room. So that's a perfect way to use that feature to have a pre-show chat with your team and make sure everyone's ready to go, and then open it up and let everyone in. That's, I think, the best way to use that meeting room, waiting room feature. Great question, Garrison. Thanks so much. What other questions do you have? There's got to be something else you'd like to learn about. We've been talking about Zoom. We've been talking about online tools of all kinds. And I invite you to let me know what else we can help you with. There's a lot of questions that you still have. There's a lot of tools and technologies and social media and things that people are telling you should try this, you should try that. And you may be like, I don't know if that's even something I should try. Is that something I should try, CJ? Let me know. Let me know what you're looking to accomplish. Let me know what tools you're struggling with. Let me know if you need a new tool or resource to help you accomplish something. You may not even know what you need. Isn't that true? You don't know what you don't know. Well, come over to our group, Ask A Web Geek, and ask whatever questions you have. Just throw out what you're struggling with, and let's see what we can come up with for you. Come join our Facebook group, askawebgeek.com. We're here to help you. Free video workshop. Check out CJ's free video workshop at my website, safari.com. 7 videos, less than 10 minutes each. Your choice. Slam through all of them in one day. Make a Saturday, take 2 hours out of a Saturday, and improve your entire website. Or do it one day at a time. I've got reminder emails set up, so if you choose the 1-day option, you're going to get 1 new email per day. Or choose the 3-day option. Get one of those emails every 3 days and spread it over the course of 3 weeks. Your choice. All at one time, over the course of 1 week, over the course of 3 weeks. Whatever works out best for your schedule, but do it. Either way, do it and get that material, get those ideas into your brain. Let them start percolating. See what ideas you come up with, and then come right back here and let me know. I would be really excited to hear what ideas you're coming up with. I've got a couple people texting me as they're watching the videos and as they're watching my YouTube show. Oh, you just said this, and that made me think about this, and I'm so excited. I never even thought about doing that before. I love those texts. I love that. It's so exciting. Let me get into your brain, and then tell me what ideas are sparking as a result of it. Really cool stuff. Ask a Web Geek. All of these links and details are at askawebgeek.com. I want to thank you so much for your time and attention. The whole reason that we're doing this is for you and to help you improve your business and to help you improve your results. Invite a friend, would you please, to our Facebook group, Ask A Web Geek. Subscribe on YouTube, Ask A Web Geek. Follow me on Twitter, Ask A Web Geek. Subscribe to the podcast, Ask A Web Geek. And please let me know if you have any questions about anything at all. If it's not appropriate for this forum, we'll figure out another way to answer that question. But I want to answer as many questions as I possibly can for you. So let me know what that's going to be for you. Thank you so much for your time and attention. At Gilbert Studios, we understand the internet is a jungle. It's too easy to get lost, to go down the wrong path, to fall into a trap you didn't even see coming, or get stuck in the quicksand and not know how to pull yourself out. It's so much better to join up with a tribe of people and hire a well-trained guide who can lead you through and get you where you want to go. I hope you have a wonderful week. Make it a fantastic week. Have a wonderful Website Wednesday, and we'll see you next week in the web jungle. God bless. Have a good one. See you later. The internet's a jungle. Roar!